Are you a fan of the Dragon Ball Super card game? If so, check out QueenCityGaming.com for sealed product, singles, and more. Just use promo code MafubaJar-10 to save 10% off your order every time.
Welcome back to the Mafuba Jar. We've been sealed away for another awesome video. And today, guys, we got here a deck profile from the new set. It's going to be a deck that I underestimated quite a bit. That's going to be the Vegito blue-yellow deck, profiled by
Raj from Team KD,
who have just recently hit 500 subscribers. So I'd like to give him a big round of applause for that. That is quite the achievement there, guys.
Fun. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching our videos. Helps us a lot. Appreciate it.
Alright, so without further ado, would you like to explain to us this deck here?
Well, this deck is from the new set 7, obviously. I really didn't like this leader when we first started looking into this stuff. I thought the leader was going to be really bad for the deck, but this leader, like, literally exists to coincide with the Vegeta Vegito that we got. Because what he does is he plays obviously the Vegito Pataras, so you need to put it on top of a Goku and a Vegeta. This guy brings it out for free, the Goku and Vegeta you need to Patara on top of. And then his other side goes with the Vegito effect as well. So we'll just start reading the leader so you can figure out like how it goes with it. Its permanent is that when you're at 4 life or less, it gains 5k. This is good so you don't have to awaken and lose your activate main effect to keep up with your opponent's leader being at 15. It only does this though during your opponent's turn. But its activate main is if you have 4 or more energy, you choose up to 1 Vegeta, and 1 Goku with a cost of 2 or less, with the Goku being blue and the Vegeta being yellow. Doesn't play them in rest, so you can still attack with them, and doesn't negate their skills. The only thing you can play, though, are Vegito and future Trunks cards for the duration of the turn.
Which that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, because that's literally all you're going to be doing that turn. Then you should probably read the Awaken. You Awaken for 1, which is the reason why I didn't really like this, but he also draws a card every time he attacks, so it kind of... You're always drawing cards, you're not really losing anything, so Awakening for 1 isn't too awful. At least you get something unlike Bojack.
You just draw 1 card.
Yeah.
Still, as you said, still better than Bojack.
Yeah.
You get literally nothing.
It's very true. And then when you play this card, or when you attack with this card, you draw a card, and then when you combo from your energy area, battle cards that are put there that are 1 or more, you can choose 1 of those and add it back to your hand instead of putting it in the drop area. Most cards in here are combo costs of 1 that you're going to be comboing from your energy area. And when you do combo from the energy area, it's because of the Vegito, which we'll get into later. Which is why this leader literally just coincides to like turbo out the Vegito as fast as it can. So we'll get into the deck, and you'll start seeing what I mean. I played 4 of the Saiyan Goku. I bumped this up from when I topped our locals because it was just really good. You can Patara on top of it, so it's just another target to
Not to mention it searches like what, half your deck at least?
Yeah, exactly. It searches every Saiyan in this deck except for one of them, which you'll see at the end and obviously know why. If you don't know what it does, is that when you play this card, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add a blue or yellow Saiyan you see there, and then put the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. So, pretty good. We play Trunks because we need something that adds a card and can be a beater, which is why we play Trunks. When you swing with him, you can add a blue Saiyan from the top 5 cards of your deck, and then shuffle your deck afterwards. And then for more added searching, because we need yellow cards. That's one of the things about this deck is it's easy to play blue cards, but you need to be able to play yellow. So we play 4 Planet Vegeta because this literally searches everything in your deck except for like 2 cards.
Shiny.
And they're shiny, they're beautiful. Then I play 4 Senzu Bean because Bean is Bean, Bean is life. So
Bean is love.
Yes. 3 Objection. I didn't get to play this like at all. This card is really good though early turn because I just never see Objection in the early game. And I wouldn't bump it up to 4 because it'll clog at that point. For my negates, I played All Too Easy. For my counter plays, I played Chomp the Trickster. If you don't know what All Too Easy does, it's pretty much a discard negate. If your leader's blue, you can negate an attack and then bounce a 1 or lower from your opponent's field. And then its permanent is that if this is in your drop area, you can remove this from the game and a blue card from your hand and then activate its counter. So it's pretty good, but you can't use this twice in a turn. So you can't
Bounces out a little bit there.
It bounces out. It's nice, so you can't be like, I'm just gonna negate and then use the same negate in the same turn from the discard. It just helps out a little bit. This is my favorite counter play that came out of the new set. It's just really good. For the fact that if you have a multicolored, it comes out as a 2-drop. And then when you play it, you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, so pretty much any card in the game, and switch it to rest mode. And then you draw a card if it's your opponent's turn.
So you see a lot of Shenron Gogeta where you play at. Great card right here, and it doesn't cost like $30 like that Mutai Ito.
Exactly. He's just the 2-drop. Muy bueno. Then we play 2 Nimbus, because Nimbus is really... I like Nimbus a lot now since Battering is gone. It's just, you get so much value out of it, because you know you're always going to be able to negate 1 or more attacks with this, because they can only start with 1 battle card after that. Then I play 3 Dimension Magic, because we play 6 negates, so I didn't want to bump this up to 4 and throw off my ratios. I play this super combo specifically. You can play the, what is it? The Gohan that's sparking, but the fact that it's a Saiyan is important because you can search it off of pretty much every card in your deck.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. So like having searchable super combos is just amazing.
It's very helpful. It saved me a lot. Then we play 3. This Goku, what he does is when you play him, you can choose a card in your life as your hand and then bounce a 4 or less on your opponent's field. Just another target for the Matara and a target that can come off of this guy. So he's pretty important. Because like I said, this doesn't negate the effects when you play him. So you get to activate the effect when you play him.
So like if you're at 5 life and you play that off the effect, you can just take a life there, then awaken that turn, and just go ham.
That's very true. Then we play 4 of the Vegeta. This is one of the most important cards in the deck, and I struggle to find this a lot. I don't know why. I play 8 cards that search it, and not even mentioning just being able to mulligan into it is my intentions during the first part of the game. But I usually have a problem with finding this card, so I don't know. There's a Trunks that if you play the vanilla one, you can search out both of these cards for, what's it?
It's a 1-drop Trunks, but you have to discard a card from your hand to do it.
I tested that, and I like it a lot, but I find there's a lot more value in this Vegeta than the other one. Because when you swing with him, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add a Saiyan you see there, and the other one goes to the drop. Which is important because you get to fuel your Sparking at that point, which helps your deck because you play Sparking Negate and a Sparking Super combo. This deck struggles to fill up the drop area, so it's kind of important to be able to do that with this, even if it's just 1 card. I'm going to fix this really quick, because this comes off of it. We play the Vegito, obviously. If you don't know what this Vegito does, it's really, really busted. I really love this Vegito. You Batara for 2 blue and 2 yellow. It goes on top of a blue Son Goku and a yellow Vegeta. Has barrier and energy exhaust. And when you attack, if your opponent has 3 or more energy, which is another important thing because you want to do this immediately when you get to 4 energy. So the fact that they don't have to be at 4 means that you can do it if you go turn 2 or turn 1. So when you do that, you get to choose up to 3 blue or yellow battle cards in your energy area and combo them. When you do that, it procs the second auto to activate, that when you combo with them, those 3 that you just comboed, you can choose all of your opponent's battle cards and all of your opponent's energy and switch them to rest, and they can't be untapped during their next charge phase. Very important fact to know, because even the ones that are rested, because I didn't read the Q&A, it's in the Q&A, even if they're rested, they still are chosen, so they are still going to be tapped during your opponent's charge phase. But your opponent can awaken their leader to untap 2 during their turn. It just stops it from untapping during their charge phase, which means that they can charge one and then use like 4 beans, which is what happened to me. And
You're
then,
kidding.
Yeah, Isaac went 4 beans. I was like,
oh my.
this guy right here.
God.
This guy right here. But I still won that match because I was so far ahead in life. First of all, the first game that we played, and when I swung, he brings out this big beater, which is important. We play 3 of the SS2 Trunks Memories of the Past. If you don't know what he does, he's pretty busted.
He kind of is.
Yeah. He's double strike 30k, which is his most redeeming fact, because he comes off when you combo him using this specific card's effect, you can play him for free.
And not to mention he replaces
I
himself.
was about to say, not to mention that he draws a card and then places something from your hand into the energy, which is another important fact because when you do this effect, you can bounce something that you comboed with. So if you have 4 energy and one of them is a multicolor card, you can bounce this Beerus back to your hand with this guy's effect and then play him back into the energy area untapped because he ignores the energy cost.
As long as you have another multi there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you have 4 and you combo with 3 and you still have a multicolored in there, you can bounce the Beerus back to your hand and then play it with this guy's effect. And then he's a 30k double striker.
Yep.
After you've just tapped all their battle cards and all of their energy. I play... Oh, my cards got mixed up here. Alright. I play the Kefla, the Peak of Perfection, only for another multicolored card that I can easily charge. But she's also good by herself because she's also searchable. She's a yellow and a blue Saiyan. I was playing the Bojack before, but I never actually used the Bojack's arrival, so switching her out for the Bojack isn't too detrimental to the ratios in the deck and what I did during the tournament. Her first effect doesn't go off because I don't have a Universe 6 leader, unfortunately. But her second effect does, when you play her, you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards, negate all of its skills, and switch it to rest mode, which is just really good.
Yeah.
We played Broly a little bit ago, and I tried negating the Broly's effect, but I didn't have anything after to kill the Broly with. I didn't have enough combo power. Because
Yeah, we played a game for fun during that.
Exactly, and so I just lost, but it was, if I could have negated the effect and then killed it, it would have been very helpful, but I just, this deck really punishes cards that like to go like a big drop for cheap, like the Kaioken, you want to play it for 5. This card makes it so that you can, on turn 4, disrupt that, so they can't play the 5 drop.
Yeah, and there's lots of decks right now that are just like for big stuff, like the Kaioken stuff, Universe 6, as we were just saying.
These big drops, when decks go off turn 4 or 5, my deck punishes for that play, because when I go off turn 4 or even turn 3, that means you're not going to be able to do anything during your turn. Then I play 3 of the Fickle God Beerus. He ignores energy exhaust if there's another multicolored in your energy area, and then you can play him to draw one. I don't really ever do that, so you just charge him when you have a multicolored.
I don't think anyone does.
Isaac did it yesterday.
Wow.
To draw a card.
Alright.
I was like, okay. And then it's a 15k beater, okay? I mean, I guess, I see it, but definitely would charge it. And then for my 1-of, I play a Crisis Crusher because Borgos, Raditz, they all make me stop untapping, which is the most annoying thing. And then you can also control boards, like when you're with playing against U6. There are a couple cards that can't be KO'd that are 1-drops, but there are a lot of other cards that they play that like draws a card or makes brings out another card, like the 1-drop Kaba that we just got as a promo. You can kill it with that. You can kill the 1-drop that draws you a card. It just helps control their board so they don't have a lot of 5k combos.
Not to mention they can't swing with those.
Yes, and then combo the Kales and stuff. That's important.
So it makes it a lot harder for them to get those combo cards
And then
out.
you don't really, the only 1-drop you play is this Goku, which you don't do anything with, so it doesn't really matter. And he's searchable off of, Planet, which is why I play Wall. And if he's in my life, then I kind of cry. But yeah, that's the deck profile.
Alright, thank you very much for profiling this for us here today.
No problem.
Very fun deck. I'm actually working on trying to build it myself because he actually got me very interested in this deck.
Yeah, the deck I think needs something that's really useful during early game. I think I'm focusing way too much on searching out cards. I think you'd take something out to maybe help you defend yourself from, I guess, just like with Brawly, just losing turn 3, because that's one of my most vulnerable places in games, is that turn 3 you kind of are just setting up and you're tapping out turn 3 usually, which is really a bad idea.
Yeah.
But you got to do it so you can get to your Vegito.
Yeah, unless you're able to get to the Vegito turn 3.
Yeah, because you play objections. So,
Right.
And if you have the perfect hand turn 3, it's amazing. You punish your opponent so hard, and it's great. But when you do a turn 4 and you use the leader and play this Trunks, you can do the Vegito turn 4. Well, you can do the Vegito when you're at 4 energy and 5 energy. So you can do it twice in a row. So you have 2 turns basically to do your stuff. And another good important thing to know is that when you use the Vegito, you can combo stuff that's in rest mode in your energy. So you want to use your energy before you swing with the Vegito the second time, which I blatantly ignored a couple games because I forgot. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck.
Alright, again, big thank you for that. And with that, guys, if you enjoyed this awesome deck profile given to us by Raj from Team KD, be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and comment down below, and of course subscribe to these guys here. They help me out with quite a few videos. Yeah. Extremely grateful to them for that.
Well, we like doing videos with you too, man. You help our channel a lot too, and I appreciate you.
Of course, man, of course.
I want to get to 1,000 as fast as we can because we tried doing a live stream. It was pretty bad for the fact that we couldn't do it on YouTube because we have to have 1,000 subscribers to do it on mobilely on a phone.
Gotcha.
Which is really annoying. So,
Gotcha.
Really want to get to 1,000 so we can start bringing you guys more live streams. We are moving into, I like to call it a team house because I think that would be really cool to call it.
That would be.
But we are missing one member in that house, but I think he's moving in a year later after we move into this house. So it's going to be a team house, but we have 3 people there. So you'll see a lot more live streams happen.
All right, man. Best of luck to that.
Thank you.
And with that, guys, you all have a fantastic day. See you all next time, and you've all been released.